Okay, piano lovers, practice morning routine. Let's get in shape with Chopin's Etudes. The purpose of this video is to share with the world how I practice. I don't consider myself to be an expert, but I'm not a beginner either. I love Chopin's Etudes. They are, if you can learn Chopin's Etudes, playing anything else technique-wise becomes a piece of cake. That's why I love them. They're brilliant pieces of works. They are the only exercises composed on the piano that are performed in public on the concert stage. Why is that? Because they're not just retarded exercises. First of all, they're the best piano exercises in the world, but here's what's genius about them. They are beautiful compositions. Chopin wrote 24 of them, Opus 10 and Opus 24. Each of them are about 3 minutes long. They haul ass through the whole 3 minutes, and they're very difficult. But when you learn one and master it, you go up the ladder 10, 20, 30 steps in your piano technique. So here we are, C-sharp minor etude. I'm having coffee. It's 5 in the morning in Thailand, and I'm going to practice warm up this etude, hands alone, going back and forth in slow motion. Where's my coffee? Okay, forget the coffee here. All right. Okay, so there's stiffness. So that's what my teacher from Juilliard, he called those are corners. Practice the corners, the difficult. Let me grab my coffee real quick. The difficult sections. It's easy for us often to like, let's play that section that we're really good at, and that's easy. But man, he broke me of that habit. He taught me to practice the corners. That corners could mean a passage, and it could mean just doing two difficult notes, a jump or whatever, you know, anything but the difficult part. So that part's a little difficult. So I'm gonna camp out there for a while. Might be 5 times. If it's a really difficult corner, I might do it 100. Like here, I found a corner. That's a corner. And what is the etude here? What is Chopin trying to teach you? I think it's rocking of the wrist, because Chopin said if your hand's hurting or you're having difficulty, then he said you're not holding your wrist in the correct position. That whole part is rocking of the wrist, I believe. Instead of muscling it with your fingers like that, like you would learn from Hannon exercise, no. Rocking of the wrist, way less fatigue. In fact, no fatigue. This is definitely a corner for me. Truly, well, it's just I think the main reason is I have an issue with my first finger because I had carpal tunnel surgery once years ago, and since then it's been a little retarded. So I have to work it extra hard. But like for me, I'm an old fart. I'm 64 years old. I'm retired, so I got the time to do it. I'm gonna slow this down. I notice just my fingers, like it stays like that. Sometimes it's just a little retarded since that surgery. So, but I bet Dr. Chopin can fix that because of his brilliant etudes. I have faith in him. So I'm not going to do it right now, but if this video wasn't running, I probably would sit there and do that passage 10 times. On to the next passage. This brilliant turnaround, harmonically brilliant. Oh my gosh. And then this. Now what's the etude there? It's these fingers. He's forcing you to keep that finger down. He's forcing you to work the shit out of the ring finger, which is the weak finger in our hands. And Chopin was always complaining about, oh, my two problems in life, I have weak ring fingers and a big nose. That whole thing, man, on that passage, that large passage, you have 16th notes, but there's always a whole note during those 16th notes because he's forcing you to keep that hand in a certain position, working certain fingers. Plus, it gives it melodic content. That whole note, you have all these 16th notes, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, but that quarter note is the melody. La, 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 la. Great way to memorize passages, to sing those melodies. It's so good for you and so good for your improvisation. Because if you learn to sing melodies when you're improvising, you're not going to sing garbage. Your brain won't let you do that. But your hands, they'll let you play garbage. You know why? Because we have technique. So sometimes we have diarrhea of the hands. But if you learn in your mind to sing while you're playing, even if it could be silently or out loud like Keith Jarrett does. He's like the best improviser in the world. You listen to him on like the record Keith Jarrett, where he's playing with, what is that? Oh yeah, Keith Jarrett Standards live with Gary Peacock and Jack DeJohnette. Oh my gosh, what an improvisational masterpiece. But here, getting back to the point, he's singing what he's playing, and he like overdoses on it. It sounds like he's having a baby while he's playing. I'm not saying do that, but just humming melodies is a great practice for your improvisational skills. It will force you and teach you to play beautifully and melodically instead of like a robot. Okay, back to the etude. That's not a mouthful, huh? Coffee sec. Give me 1 sec for some caffeine. That left-hand part during all that is... Look, here he's working the ring finger, forcing you to do it. Now if you muscle this, like this, if you try to play that passage with strength and with each, like that, you'll never get it, not at the tempo Chopin's requesting. You have to whip it. I believe that's the etude in that section. That is the study. Because, yeah, if you try to muscle it like a hand-in exercise, you'll never get it. I tried that for months, and then later from learning the big C etude in C major, first, yes, you learn the shape, the arpeggio, but then later you learn to like whip it, and that's one of Chopin's little sneaky secrets, you know. Okay, back to the etude. Okay, this is what I'm going to call a corner, a difficult passage. So I'm going to slow it down and do it many times, but I'll just do it one time for this. Target note. E major scale. 2-5-1. Minor. 2-5-1 progression, but instead of da, like in jazz, instead of going 2-5-1, 2-5-1, 2, it's still 2-5-1, but he's cleverly doing the fourth instead. More dramatic. Okay, then he takes it home, the coda, beating the crap etudes in C sharp minor. Now he's going to beat the shit out of that chord with both hands. Learn to sing when you practice. Even if you sound like crap, if you have to grunt, it's great practice. It forces you to play and improvise musically. I learned that from a great educator by the name of Dick Grove, he was a fabulous teacher and jazz musician and improviser. Perfect improvisation, spontaneous. You could call him on a song he didn't play for 50 years. He'll go up there and play it with poly chords, perfect voicings, cigarette in his mouth, and sending text messages and talking to you at the same time and play it with perfection. He was a great improviser, and he taught me how to improvise. When I went to the Grove School of Music, I was a classical musician, trained only in classics. I could not play Happy Birthday to save my life. But after leaving that school 2 years later, I was a better improviser than I was at reading music, thanks to Dick Grove. Well, I'm gonna take a break, then I'm gonna jump to the next etude this morning, which is the one in G flat major, Then I might jump to the Revolutionary Etude. That teaches you turn your left hand into Frankenstein. But I'm going to take a break. Over and out.